Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheyenne and I am the face behind Soulful Soothe. Today I am bringing you a pick a card reading, and I have not seen these cards yet. I prayed over myself before shuffling, and then I just laid out the three like piles as I was shuffling. Um, I will be doing like an actual shuffle, like on camera, of an oracle deck at the very, very end, just to kind of tie things together. But without further ado, let's ring the sound bowl and do the invocation. If you're unfamiliar with that word, it just means that I'm going to be praying, submitting myself to spirit, cleaning and cleansing. That's the same word. Clearing the energy before we get into what we're going to do today. So, yeah, let's get into it. Thank you, Spirit, for gracing us with your presence. We approach your throne of grace with so much gratitude on our lips, so much love in our heart, and peace in our spirit. We are open and receptive. We are willing and able. We are ready to hear whatever messages you bring forth for us today. We thank you for your blessings, for your love, for your protection and your peace that you have granted us in this space and on this day. We thank you, we bless you, we praise you. Amen. I'm just cleaning your energy. This is a selenite wand. I'm just cleaning and cleansing your energy before we get into this reading. I am going to pop up on the screen right now a picture of the three piles. I want you to take a moment to get quiet, to do some cleansing breaths, do whatever you need to do to attune yourself to the pile. Don't just pick a random number. I mean, if that's what you're guided to do, do that. But I usually, when I, come across a pick a card reading, I usually just, I take a moment to myself to tap in. So I'm going to put that up on the screen, and I will meet you in your timestamp. You can find timestamps below in the description bar, or you can just go ahead and listen to all. So yeah, I'll see you at your timestamp. All right, so if you picked the miniature Got2B glue, this is definitely glue. I don't know why I always call it gel, but here we are. So you pick this pile. Let us get into your cards. I'm going to lay them out and then get into it. I just heard force. Oh wow. Okay. There is a lot to unpack here. First and foremost, what I notice is that there are a lot of there's a lot of earth energy here. So, before we even get into the reading, just to let you know what cards what decks I'm using. I'm using a new deck, Black Queer Tarot. Come back so you can see like the design of the box, if it'll focus. I'm also using one of my absolute faves, the Modern Witch Tarot. I hope you're sensing a theme: Black, queer, inclusive. And the Starseed Oracle. Earlier in the video, I did mention that I would be shuffling on camera at the very end of each of the piles, and I will be shuffling from my very own deck, which is not available yet, but will be available on February 2nd of next year, 2022. But that deck is the Soothed Chakra deck. This will probably be the last time that you see a video with this like rendition of it, because I did change the design a taint. So let's get into it. So first cards that came out from the Black Queer Tarot were the King of Coins, which is also known as the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor, but in reverse. So these cards came out together, King of Coins and the Emperor. Then for the Starseed Oracle, what we have here is the Golden Children. And what the card says is inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Another card that we have from the Starseed Oracle is water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. These cards are absolutely beautiful, just gorgeous. I love them so much. Now I'm going to pause right there just to read through those cards before I show you what came through from the Modern Witch Tarot. Immediately what comes to me is that you are responsible for, back up. You feel like you're responsible for other people. You feel like you're responsible for a host of others, and you are suffering. Suffering is such a harsh word, but that's what came through. You're suffering. Something is very painful here, and it needs tending to, and it's your heart. Now, the King of Pentacles, he is known for being grounded, known for being concerned with earthly matters. So not necessarily being concerned with spiritual matters. I mean, he can be, but he's mostly worried about that coin, which in this deck is called the King of Coins, right? So he's very slow, but not slow because he's dragging his feet. If he is an awakened king, he's not slow because he's dragging his feet. He's slow because he is calculating. He's trying to figure out the best course of action before he does something. Now, with the Emperor here in reverse, what this tells me, which, by the way, that's a major arcana. What this tells me is that you have the capability of embodying the energy of all of the kings in the deck, but right now you need to pull back. You need to withdraw. You are a king, regardless of gender. You are a king. You are powerful. You are capable. But what you need right now is some rest. And with these two cards from the Starseed Oracle deck here, Water Your Garden and the Golden Children, talking about inner child, innocence, rare gifts, what this tells me is that you need to tend to yourself. Remember, at the very beginning, I said you have this perception that you're responsible for so many people, right? But there's something in your personal life that's lacking. And let's see what those are. So for the Modern Witch Tarot, the cards that we have here are Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have Nine of Pentacles. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the Five of Cups. Let me put that up again just because I don't think that showed well enough. Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So what's missing here, like I said, you need to tend to your heart. With both of these aces here in reverse, this tells me that you feel like you missed an opportunity. You feel like you missed a chance on something. It could be that you're not feeling as creative as you used to. You feel like you are not really having the time or other resources to really pay attention to yourself because you're overexerting and overextending. I just saw an octopus with like its tentacles going like this. So it feels like you are like overexerting yourself in like different spaces and you're trying to like do all of these things and be all of these things for other people, but you're missing out on your own life, which is why the Five of Cups here, I'm not surprised to see that. So the Five of Cups can be one of the most unwanted cards to see in the deck. But me personally, I have a love-hate relationship with this card because when I attune myself to these cards, or really any card, or any deck, excuse me, any deck that has the Five of Cups, when I attune myself to that card, it makes me sad because in most of the imagery, it's this person like looking at crying over spilled milk, is what I just heard. This person like looking at these missed opportunities, one, two, three. Missed opportunities, things that could have been, should have been, would have been, had the timing been right, had other people did what they were supposed to do, you know, that sort of energy. But what's beautiful about this card is that there are two cups that appear to be filled right behind the person. So it's a matter of perspective. Now, I do want to take a pause right now and mention the fact that before I began shuffling, now this is the first pile. So before I began shuffling, I looked at the bottom of the deck, and at the bottom of the deck was the Five of Wands. So now that I see your cards here, what I'm picking up on is this sense of this inner tussle. Excuse me. I'm picking up on the sense of it like an inner tussle. It's like on one hand, you want to be there for the people that you love. You want to do all of the things and exert yourself and, you know, show up and show out for other people and be what they need you to be and to be supportive, whether this is friendship wise, romantic wise, familial, whatever. You want to be there. You want to do the things. You want to support, but you also feel this desire to tend to yourself, which is why with the Starseed Oracle, we have the Water Your Garden and the Inner Child card coming up. You really, really, really need to take some time to tend to yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself before you're trying to be all of these things to all of these other people, you're not going to be able to show up in the way that would be most conducive for their growth. And I know I probably sound like a broken record. I don't know why I was about to say dead horse. Beat a dead horse, I guess, is the phrase that I was looking for. But the Nine of Pentacles is here. And this card is all about independence. It's all about, I am taking time for myself. I am choosing to appear selfish in this moment, because if I do not nurture myself, if I do not water my garden, I will not have any fruits or vegetables or food to give other people. The Magician here in reverse, manipulation, coercion. Obligation. So I don't know if you feel like you are obligated to show up for others because of your role in their life, or if they've done something for you in the past and you feel like this is my duty to them. There is no such thing. There's no such thing. Sometimes we have to disappoint those in our lives by taking a moment back, taking a step back, recollecting, and redirecting for ourselves. Like I said, if we don't take the time to nurture our own garden, which I just noticed, we have the water your garden here, and we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Both of these cards are talking about gardens. So even though there's lots of masculine energy, there is some feminine energy here as well. In the beginning, with those two cards from the Black Queer Tarot, both of these cards are very masculine energy. Now, if you're not aware of like what does it mean to say like masculine versus feminine energy? Masculine energy is the right side of the body. It's action, it's doing, it's giving, it's action, which we see this here with this fire energy, Ace of Wands. Feminine energy, the left side of the body, is receptive, it's nurturing, it's replenishing. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but whatever you do during this month, please take some time to rest. And I know that probably sounds counterintuitive and counterproductive because we are entering holiday season. And it's a time where, you know, we're giving gifts and we're doing all the things for all the other people, blah, blah, blah. But like I just said, you cannot feed others from your garden if you don't take the time to nurture, to plenish, to water, and to do the things that you need to do for yourself. Once you are solid, once you are unshakable, unmovable, once you are fed, you can feed others. Now let's get some guidance for you via my Soothed Chakras deck. These are affirmations that you can work with throughout the month. If you're ever, you know, presented with a challenge like, oh, I really need some sleep, but so-and-so wants me to go pick them up, or, you know, whatever the case may be, that's very specific. I don't know where that came from, but if you're faced with that sort of dichotomy in the next month, whatever chakra affirmations come up for you, you can always come back to those and use them. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you are, you know, using in a certain way. I like to work with affirmations by like writing them down on a post-it note and putting them on my bathroom mirror. I like to, oh, okay, you got 3 cards. The number 3 has been very powerful and very noticeable for this pile. There are so many different ways that you can work with affirmations. You can, like I said, write them on a post-it note and put them on your mirror. You can journal them. You can write them down and hold them like while you're meditating, whatever the case may be. But these 3 cards came out for you. 2 that are solar plexus related, which I'm not surprised. Before I began recording, I heard the word yellow and I was guided to work with this crystal for this reading. I'm not sure which crystal this is, I'm going to be completely honest. After I finish this recording, I'm going to look it up and put it somewhere here on the screen. And then we've got, I don't know why it's showing up in this weird color, but this is actually blue. And I'm not surprised that these two chakras are being highlighted for you because, like I said, there seems to be this tussle between I need to be here, I need to be doing the things for all of these people, this is my responsibility, this is my duty, da, 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 da. But at the same time, I feel like I want to do something else. I feel like I want to go in a different direction. And so I'm not surprised that these two chakra points are coming up for you because with the solar plexus, it's all about you standing in your power. It's all about your willpower. It's all about your confidence. It's about being certain and sure of yourself, not questioning things, being certain and sure. And the throat chakra, it is a lot about speaking and communicating, but with communication, there's also speaking and listening. So let's see what these affirmations say. I speak my mind with clarity, precision, and compassion. I speak my mind with clarity, precision, and compassion. Whoa. So if you need to disappoint a family member or friend or partner because you don't want to do something that they want you to do or they say that they need you to do, you can communicate it in such a way whereas you're not being abrasive, you're not being abusive, you're not being harsh. I'm also being drawn to the fact that 2 5s came up for you. I know that I said 3 was a specific number for this pile. I noticed the number 3 in a couple of those cards. If you feel called to go back and look at those cards, and the fact that you had 3 affirmations come out as well. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. I don't know if you remember, but earlier, when I was showing you the Black Queer Tarot cards, I was saying that the Emperor in reverse, there was something about, am I capable of doing this? Am I able to do this? That sort of like imposter syndrome kind of coming up. So if you're dealing with that, this affirmation will work wonders for you. All of these affirmations I personally have used um, for the last 2 years. So I'm telling you, they're going to do their thing. The last affirmation that came up is my power is unshakable. My power is unshakable. I think this goes without saying. You need some self-care, like radical self-care. And it's definitely going to be something that's not your norm. You're definitely moving and operating in a way that you are not used to and those around you are not used to. But that is your reading, and I hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I will not be like answering like personal questions like, oh, what should I do? Da, 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 da. But if you had any questions about the decks or whatever, I will try and put all of the information for the decks in the description box below. But I will see you for the next reading. Ciao. All right, Miss Wide Tooth Comb. Miss Wide Tooth Comb. Let's see what you got to detangle. I will say, before I shuffled your cards, I heard the word fear. And it doesn't surprise me that I just said, let's see what you have to detangle. So let's see what your cards are. I'm going to lay them out and get a feel for what's going on here, and then we'll just get into it. Okay, so for the Modern Witch Tarot, we have the Seven of Wands and we have Judgment. I just heard that chant that they do at like basketball games or something. Defense, defense, defense. I'm not a sports person, so I don't know where that came from. I actually refer to all sports collectively as sports ball. When I picked up the comb, I said, let's see what you have to detangle. Now, we all know that in the old school days, before there were Denman brushes and those other kind of brushes, I don't know the name for them, so I'm probably just going to get a picture and put it up here somewhere. But before those, we had wide tooth combs, and we were told that wide tooth combs were the best tool for detangling our hair. There's a tussle here. There's something that needs to be unpacked. There's something that needs to be talked about. It's very passionate and it's emotional. I'm picking up, ooh, I just felt like a wave of anger. I'm getting Aries energy specifically. This is tough. Someone's angry about something and they are on the defense. They feel wronged. I don't want to project anything. I'm just going to speak what is coming to me intuitively. Someone is suspicious of a partner, but they don't have the courage to leave said partner. And they feel like, I don't know if this is you or if it's the other person, but it feels like there is no justice. It feels like this person who is cheating or who has betrayed the relationship in some shape or form, it feels like they are getting away scot-free. They are not. Let me share with you the other cards. I do want to say this pile has the least amount of cards out of all three piles. So the other cards we have, all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. For the Black Queer Tarot, we have the Prince of Sticks, which is Prince of Wands in the traditional. And then we have the Three of Cups. Someone is coming to you to tell you so-and-so is cheating on you. So-and-so said this. So-and-so has betrayed you in such and such way. And it is shaking you to your core. It is, my heart is beating so fast right now. You're not really sure what to believe. You are extremely on the defense. Like I said, I feel this like wave of anger and sadness. Like I feel very it's very hard to describe the feeling that I'm feeling right now, but I'm channeling the person's energy that is going through this right now. And it's hard for me to even look at the camera right now because of how I'm feeling. Um, you feel like this person is not getting their justice, that this is totally unfair, and they are the big payback. Just heard that song in my head. Judgment card in reverse. They are going to get what's coming to them. You may not see it, which I know that's always so difficult to hear because our ego constantly is searching for, now this is going to be a controversial take, but our ego is constantly searching for the balance in a tit for tat sense. So you did this to me, so now I'm going to do this to you. Almost in a sense of being justified. Be careful. Be careful about how you approach this situation. Please bow out gracefully because our words and our actions, they have implications and nothing goes unscathed. God sees all. If you stay 10 toes down, you are going to get your just reward in the future. And with this all paths lead home card, what this tells me is that this is a part of your journey. If you are not aware of your Akashic records or your birth chart to, know what lessons you are supposed to take away from this lifetime, betrayal, I just heard again. Do some digging into that. But it all serves a purpose. It all serves a purpose. You take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and there you have the facts of life. Just heard that song. I'm pretty sure that that's from a TV show, like an old TV show. Let's pull some affirmations to see what you need to be working with for this month because this is difficult. This is extremely, extremely difficult. I am sending you so much love. You are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are important. I love you. This person that has wronged you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I tend to crack jokes to lighten up the mood, not to mitigate or invalidate what's happening or what has happened, but to shift the focus because you cannot afford to stay stuck and stagnant in that energy. Let's see what affirmations you can work with this month to to get through this because that's what it's gonna take. What affirmations you need to be working with this month. This has been a very challenging read. Like I feel tired. So I can only imagine what you are going through. If this is not resonating with you, and I really, 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 really hope that it's not resonating with many of you, like I literally feel a knot in my stomach right now. If this part of the reading is not resonating with you, don't worry about it. It could be associated with someone close to you, and you may need to step in and hold space for them. But let's see what affirmations we have here. I don't know why, but I forgot to pull out um, the first card of the deck. The first card of the deck is just a letter from me explaining what the deck is. Um, oh wow. But before I finished shuffling all of the cards, I shuffled them before I started recording. Before I shuffled them, I said, I know that it's going to come up in the live shuffle, like as I'm recording. And lo and behold, here it is. So the card that's actually a part of the deck that came out, this also came out for the previous, for the previous pile. Now I did shuffle on camera, so you saw that I didn't rig this in any sort of way. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. Earlier I said, it seems like you don't have the power to walk away, or it seems difficult to walk away. I am confident in my abilities. You will rise again. I'm seeing a phoenix right now. And the visual that I'm getting is the phoenix in the middle of burning up. And the fire is coming from the bottom. The fire is coming from the bottom. And it's traveling up, and the bird is like flapping it. This is very violent. It's dark all around. The bird is flapping its wings, and the fire is traveling up the bird's body. And as it's being burned, the ashes are falling in a pile on the floor. If you're not familiar with the symbolism of the phoenix is known for regeneration, for rebirth. You can walk away from this situation. It may not be romantic, but I'm not going to lie, that's what I was picking up on, romantic betrayal. You can walk away from this situation and create a totally different life. People do it every day. I've done it twice from people that I was in long-term relationships with for years. You have the power to walk away and recreate something so beautiful for yourself. So very beautiful for yourself. You are powerful. You are beyond capable. And you have a host of ancestors cheering you on. You have people in the physical ready and willing to support you. You have friends and family that love you and that want to wrap their arms around you and be there for you. Don't shut them out. Don't hold on to bitterness. Don't hold on to hatred. Bow out with grace. Continue on your path and remember that all paths lead home. I love you, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, Mr. Crochet Needle. If you picked the crochet needle, this is your reading. So let's get right into it. Just gonna put these off to the side. Wait for my camera to come back in focus. Here we go. I'm gonna lay the cards out and then just to like get a picture of what's going on. And then just laying them out to get a feel for what's going on, and I will let y'all know what's up. Okay. Ooh. So, just to let y'all know, the decks that I'm working with, as always, I will leave the name of said decks in the description below. But Oracle decks, I am working with a Starseed Oracle by Rebecca What's this woman's name? By Rebecca Campbell. It's a very popular deck. The Modern Witch Tarot, one of my all-time favorites. And my new bestie, Black Queer Tarot. Hope you are noticing a theme here. The blacker, the queerer, the better. So let's get right into it. Oracle cards that came up for you. The Courageous Peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Oh, I'm getting Diana Ross vibes with this one, baby. I don't know how to say this word. I'm not gonna lie to you. Haraeth? Haraeth? Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. And we the Hathors. Hathors? I feel like I'm mispronouncing this word. Deep love. Mother's milk. Birth as a portal. Okay, that might be a little tea there, but this is what the card looks like. I'm really picking up just on these three cards alone. I'm really picking up on the fact that you may be in this place of knowing that you have all of this untapped potential, that you have all of these gifts and abilities, and you really know that you can help people. You know that you can bless people with whatever gift that you have, but you don't want to be seen. You don't want your face to be out there. You don't want to be perceived, because there are vultures out there, people who will suck you dry, and not in a good way, not to be nasty. But there are people out there who will just come they are drawn to your energy, and they want to be a part of what it is that you've got going on, and they don't know why. They can't really explain why they want to be tethered to or connected with you, but they really want to consume you, and that's such a strong word, but that's the word that's coming to me. And you may be feeling out of place. I just heard this very old song that says something like a motherless child. I can't think of the name of the song, but I'm going to put it here when I edit. But that's what's coming through with those three cards. There were three cards that came out for you from the Black Queer Tarot. Let me get through those cards. For some reason, I'm being guided to put them one under the other of the oracle cards. Now, I do want to take a pause here to mention some things that came to me before I was done shuffling all of the decks. First and foremost, I was guided to shuffle in a very unconventional way. I usually shuffle my cards. That hand motion probably means nothing for you. Or if you watch a lot of tarot readings or you practice with tarot yourself, you probably know, like, this is how I prefer to shuffle. But for some reason, I was being guided to shuffle the decks like I was playing cards like this. In my third eye, I saw the Hierophant in reverse, which means, I mean, it could mean a myriad of things, but what came to me in that moment was unconventionality, going against the grain, um, not doing things the right way. You're a star seed. And I think that's confirmed here with this card here. The one that I couldn't pronounce. Well, it was two, but you know, this one. Hooray. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Now, let's get into these Black Queer Tarot cards. You got Death. Don't be scared. You've got Five of Cups in reverse. And you've got Four of Swords in reverse. And just like that, it makes so much sense why I was guided to put these cards one under the other. So under the Courageous Peony, we have the Death card. Remember when I said you have all of this untapped potential? You know that you could bless others with your gifts, that people would enjoy the gifts that you have to offer. People would be blessed by your presence, but you don't want to be seen. You don't want your face out there. You don't want to be perceived because you have this fear of, well, what if they don't like me? Or what if it's not exactly the way that I would like it to be presented? Or what if da 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 da? The Death card, Scorpio energy. It's all about transformation. You've been playing it safe. You've been playing it small for so long. Look at this card. On this card, there's this man sitting there. I don't know if he's a man actually, or if they are a man, if they identify that way, but this person is sitting here and they're looking off in the distance and they're holding themselves. There is a sense of sorrow because with transformation, there is a letting go. There's a release. Things can no longer continue to be the way that they were. And that's just the flat out truth. Things can no longer continue to be the way that they were. And you have enjoyed your solitude. You have enjoyed your hiding. You have enjoyed being wrapped up in your own thoughts. I don't know why, but I want to cry right now. You have enjoyed the way that things were, how simple they were. But you feel this call, you feel this pull for bigger, for better, for more. And even those words don't feel like they fully encapsulate everything. You feel this pull for different, for the unconventional. Woo! Baby! It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Lean into it. Take it slow. Take it easy. Under Heraeus, longing for the stars, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups came up for pile one, which was the Got2B Glue. I don't know why I wanted to call it edge control, but it's gel glue, whatever the fuck it is. You know. It came up for that pile. Five of Cups in reverse. It's time to move on. I just saw the little rabbit from Alice in the Wonderland. I'm late. I'm late. And he's running and he's got his little time clock. Time is of the essence. You have enjoyed your time of solitude, your time of rest, your time of not being seen, not being perceived, not making the moves that you are feeling the call and the pull to move. It's time to move on. Stop crying over the spilled milk. Stop. My ego don't want me to say this, but Spirit just said, stop grieving. Get up. It's time to move forward. Accept and embrace the transformation. It's not as bad as you think it is. No, it's not going to be easy. Whatever it is that you've got going on, whatever it is that you are in the process of birthing, it's a project. It just came to me. You have some sort of idea, whether it's a business or, yeah, that's all that's coming to me is a business. Whatever business idea that you have that you're afraid to move forward with, you're grieving the fact that you know that it's going to take a lot out of you. And that's just life, baby. It's just life. Sometimes things take a lot out of you, but they are well worth the reward. There's no risk. There's no reward without a risk. Take the risk. Stop sulking your own wounds about it. Now, of course, honor those emotions. Whatever is coming up for you, honor it. Now, how do you honor it? You honor it by journaling. You honor it by praying. You honor it by talking it through with your therapist or a close friend, advisor, mentor, whomever. But not staying stuck and not taking any action. It is time to move forward. Now, under the we, the hathers, hothers, again, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but underneath this card, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. You're resisting this. It's almost like I just noticed on this card there are butterflies. And remember, I said transformation. If you're unfamiliar with the symbolism of butterflies, butterflies are known for transforming, renewing. Ooh, that's actually a scripture. It's a scripture in Romans. I can't think of the full scripture. I'm going to put it somewhere on this video when I edit. But for the transforming and renewing of your mind, it's almost like not almost like, it's exactly like I just said with the previous two cards. You are resisting this change. You feel the call, you feel the pull to do more in an unconventional way, but for whatever reason, you're not getting up out the bed and you're not taking any action. You're being resistant to the change. You want to go ahead and make this change, whatever the change is, whatever business idea you need to birth. And I also just realized that on this card, it says, ooh, can it focus? Will it focus? Will it focus? Maybe not. Let's see. On this card, it says mother's milk, birth as a portal. Whatever the idea is, you're not taking action and you need to. Now, I don't believe in the term tough love. That's a whole separate video. But what I am here to do is to deliver the messages that Spirit has given me. And it is time. It is time for you to be seen. It is time for you to be heard. You cannot afford to stay complacent any longer. We need you operating in the fullest capacity of all of your gifts. Do what it is that you need to do to get your ducks in row, to get your shit in order so that you can do what it is that you need to do. Now, for the Modern Witch Tarot cards, I feel like we honestly could stop the reading there. For the Modern Witch Tarot cards, what we have here, Five of Wands. Remember, I said resistance. You're not taking action. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing what it is that you know you need to be doing. You feel the call, you feel the pull, but yet you are continuing to lay in the bed. Get up. You done had enough naps. And that part, I'm probably speaking to myself a little bit, because if it's a nap to be had, I'm going to have it. Two of Cups here in reverse. Imbalance. The imbalance is the fact that you keep sulking. I don't want to be a dead horse. I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me. The imbalance is your lack of action. You may not know every step that it is that needs to be taken. You may not know how to do everything that it is that needs to be done to bring this to fruition. But that's why there's a wealth of information available for free on the internet. If it's a business idea, yeah, I want to start this business, but I don't know how to start a business. I don't know how to legally incorporate. Literally Google it. How to legally start a business. What are the steps? Look for resources. Yes, there are some resources that you will have to pay for, but that's the cost of doing business. I just heard. I feel like this message has been extremely straightforward. I'm not yelling at you. I'm saying all of it, all of it in love, because I've been here. I've been in this place where it's like, I know that this is my calling. I know that this is my purpose, but I'm scared and I don't know what to do and I don't know how to do it. And da, 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 da. The Lord literally sent someone in my darkest of darkest hours this year. And without this person, this video would not exist. This person has pushed me to a new place, to a new level. And although this person does not know anything about tarot or the spiritual realm or crystals or chakras or anything of that nature, they have been extremely resourceful for me and helping me to legally establish Soulful Soothe, LLC. Extremely helpful in helping me to find a business mentor. Has been a sounding board, a rock, an anchor. I'm telling you this for a reason. The Lord will send you people and resources to help birth what it is that you've got in your belly. Stop being afraid. Get out of the bed. Isn't it Sarah Jakes who says, no, that's not Sarah Jakes. What's that girl name? Rachel Hollis. Girl, wash your face. Now let's see what affirmations Spirit has for you to work with this month as you get on up out that bed. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Get on up out the bed. I'm going to stop here. Ooh. Oh, wow. You literally cannot make this shit up. So you got two cards. One card for your sacral chakra, and it's showing up blue, but it's actually purple. The orange card, which is tethered to our sacral chakra. If you don't know what the sacral chakra is all about, please get into it. brief rundown, the sacral chakra. Yes, it can be about sexual energy, but it's more so about creation. I keep coming back to this card. I keep coming back to this card. We have to talk about it. Mother's milk, birth as a portal. This card confirms that there is something in your belly. Now, we all know the anatomy of the reproductive system of the uterus. The uterus is not actually in your stomach. We know this. But when someone is pregnant, depending on the timing of the pregnancy, you can usually see that they are carrying, right? You can see that something is about, some human is about to be birthed into this realm. My creativity brings peace and healing. Going back earlier in the reading, I said that you are afraid of being seen, you are afraid of being perceived. There is something that is waiting to be birthed within you, some business, something, okay? That you know that whatever gift it is that you are carrying will bring enjoyment, will bring peace, will bring whatever it is that Spirit has called you for such a time as this. I just heard. I'm getting a lot of biblical references for this reading, which I find extremely interesting. But something needs to be birthed from within you. It is time. I'm surprised that we don't have any. Oh, yep, we do. Yep, we do. I was gonna say I was surprised that we didn't have any wands energy, because that is the suit of wands is all about creativity and passion and action and getting up out the bed, cough cough, and doing the damn thing. So please work with this affirmation as you work toward getting up out the bed and going about your business. My creativity brings peace and healing. You have a calling. There are people who need you in your full power, at your full capacity and potential. Now, recall a couple minutes ago, I just said that you are afraid of something, that you don't know all of the steps, how to do what it is, that you don't know what steps need to be taken to bring this to fruition. And lo and behold, what came out? I am prepared for the unseen. The Lord will send helpers, spirit, divine, whatever word you have for the higher power, whatever. They will send the helpers. They will send the resources to get it done. And that's just it. And that's that on that. I love you so much. You are wildly capable. You are extremely loved and supported. If you need me, you know where to find me. Everything is in the description box below. And speaking of birthing things, my Soothed Chakras deck will be available when my shop opens on February 2nd, 2022. It seems so wild to be able to say that out loud, but it's coming. It's time. So I will see y'all in the next video. I'm about to go flat iron my hair. That's why all of the trinkets for the pick a card today were hair related, because as I was fixing to do my hair, sis, I was like, ooh, instead of going the conventional route of using crystals or um, little trinkets, what if we used hair tools? And boy, oh boy, the messages that came through. But yeah, I'm not gonna prolong this because I've literally been sitting here recording for an hour. I hope that these messages brought some sort of blessing to you. If they have, please let me know in the comments. I love, 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 love to hear um, the ways that Spirit has communicated to you through me as a vessel. Um, Not gonna lie, part of my ego it gets stroked because it confirms to me that I am on the right path. And I'm smiling right now because that last pile, I was telling them that it was time to get up and it was time to take action. And right as I look over, what is the card? My actions support my desire for stability. Y'all, go on and do what you're supposed to do. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.